Hey, what's up guys? Squareduck77 here, and we're back again for part 3 of our Ratchet and Clank Let's Play. And now that we're on a new planet, we can check out the vendor and see if there's a new weapon, and ta-da! A new weapon! Oh my gosh, I can't even afford it. I thought I'd be able to, but I can't. So, this is the blaster, and we don't have enough money. So, I guess I'll just go through the first half of the stage. No! I know how to control the game. Okay, guys, I'm sorry I didn't use weapons at all in the last part. I used it one, oh my gosh, one bomb glove didn't do him in. Anyway. We've got these explosive crates. Why do I feel like we didn't see any on the last planet? Anyway, the best way to handle the explosive crates is to throw a comet strike. It's like the most useful. Well, it's just the best use of it. Of the comet strike, which is when you throw your wrench. And gotta make sure I get enough bolts. Now, I already have enough bolts to buy the blaster. I mean, I could, but I'm just not gonna. Hey. Okay, so we got these dog enemies, and I'm already getting fucking hit. Very beginning of the episode. Now I'll just start going to town, man. Whatever floats your boat. Again, different enemies on every planet, like I said. Also, end of last episode, and I'm just really not trying to get hit by that guy. End of last episode, I was trying to tell you guys how to find out how many gold bolts you're missing on a planet, and I looked at the select menu, and it wasn't there. But you know what? It is, and you know what? I can't even hit that guy because it's hit by the blaster. The blaster is like the best way to take out that guy. He's not going to really pose like a threat right now or anything, but whatever. Usually I have the blaster at this point. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, because usually I go to Iridia first just because I like to. No, I know how to use the select. Bam, used it. Anyway, when you're in the ship and you're about to fly to a planet, you can actually see how many gold bolts out of how many you've actually gotten already. So if you're ever in need, you know what, I'll check it when we get back to the ship. But I know now that there are 3 gold bolts on this planet. I know where all of them are. So we will be finding all of the gold bolts on this planet in this run. So that means when we leave this planet, we will have done everything that you could possibly do. And I didn't hit him with any of those. Guys, I'm trying. Really trying here. Can I take you out with one of these? Nope. Boom, got him. Got him. And boom, destroying the environment for bolts. And cutscene.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service.
Okay, so couple things about that. One reason why I didn't buy the blaster when we had enough bolts was because I knew that that would put me under for this purchase, and we need this to continue on this planet. Otherwise, I might even have to leave the planet and go to Iridia instead, just because how I would need bolts. Also, his tongue was so fucked up. You could see there was like holes in it. We'll see it again in the cutscene when I buy this, because of course it will be a cutscene. But yeah, that's just an error in the PS3, and I'm sure the Vita. I haven't played the Vita version in a while, but I'm sure it's the same there. But let's buy it. Woohoo!
Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now, if we check our backpacks in the gadget section, woo, we have a helipack, just like I implied in the last episode. We now have a new Clank ability. So as you can see, shut up! I know what I'm doing. We can't jump to this height. But, if we hold R1, which is the same for like throwing your wrench or whatever, we can now, if we press X, use the helipack. Shut up! I know what I'm doing. I was kidding. I was kidding! I admit, that was my bad. That's another thing you can do. Shut up! Is if you're running and you press it real fast, if you press R1 and jump real fast, like so, you can... And am I really full that quick? No, I knew I wasn't. Give me the rest of my ammo. How dare you? We can do these long jumps, which now that we have this ability, you'll be seeing me use that quite a lot, as it's how I traverse quickly. And which is what it's going to try and tell us. No, I know how! I already taught them. I know how to do this. So anyway, that's a new ability we have. Trying to think. That's pretty much it. We can do high jumps, and now we can do long jump. Shut up. Oh, also, we can hold X in the air and hover down to new areas. Alley-oop. These guys shoot really slow-moving missiles, by the way. So, it's not like they're super tough enemies. Like, oh man, look how tough that shot was. And bam! Got him. So, anyway, now we'll be able to get gold bolts later in the stage. We actually needed this helipack upgrade, which is why I chose to go this path first. Because the other path had 2 gold bolts. I mean, technically it had 2 gold bolts that we really needed to have the helipack for. Like, mandatory. This is very important. We obviously needed to continue with this section of the level. And let's just say that this is like the really plot important pathway. I mean, you need to go down both to beat the game, essentially. And this guy drops mines. I don't know if you could tell. Those mines, don't touch them, obviously. Pick up the ammo. Boop, boop, boop. I really wish I bought the blaster. Over here, we can long jump. And we got some enemies. Oh dear, but can you see that at the top of the screen in like sort of the background right now? And we got one of these little thing that I just blew up with the bomb glove was gonna spit out more puppies. But luckily I destroyed it before it could do so, unless it did it off screen. And I didn't notice. Just gotta make sure I pick up all the bolts, very necessary. So now we can use the helipack to get to the rest of these. Do I need to? Okay, over here. Aha! Indubitably. Boop. I'm sure I could have gotten them even if I broke the crate now, but it's just I just saw the opportunity and I took it. So sweet. First gold bolt required on Kerwan. Now we can get those bolts. Yeah, I think we could have like gone up. Could have gone up on one of these. It didn't really matter. I feel like right here would have been enough. And now we had some enemies that were like, hey man, where you going? This is the way you go. Stop trying to cheat. By cheating, we mean stop ignoring us. These guys also have melee attacks when you get close up, but like they're too weak to even matter. This scene right here has been like recreated all beautifully for the PS4. And look at all the bolts. Ah, we needed this. And now we'll definitely be able to buy the blaster when we come back around, because there's so many bolts over here. Get them all up. We don't really need the nanotech right now. And we're coming up on a set piece that's going to look really lame now. Looked fine on the PS2. Back in the day, it looked great. But seeing it on the PS4, this whole train sequence that we're about to encounter has been fully remastered, fully reimagined. So as super radical and cool as this looks, it's going to look a lot cooler when we get to the PS4 versions coming out April 12th. Pre-order, guys. Where am I? Okay. I hadn't loaded in yet. I was worried that for some reason, like, I fell off. Like, a glitch occurred. With these guys, the train is moving, and if you jump, you gotta kind of fight the momentum. They make a unique little sound when you knock them off the edge. It's really, really something. Oh, what? Okay. Oh! That kind of sucked. Sort of like, I don't even fucking know what happened. I have to watch it in the replay. I sort of like jumped or clipped through them or whatever. And just fell off the edge. Okay, well shit. Here we go again. Also, notice that the train pieces aren't really held together by anything. Okay, no more fucking around. Get off. Really, if I was no more fucking around, I'd just use the bomb glove, but it's kind of buggy right now on the train because of the way the train's momentum is working. Oh my god, that was kind of weird. Anyway, look at that. We have an infobot. We could use one of those. Pretty much every infobot is necessary in this game. So now, woo, why don't we just grab it? I don't know. But we're stopping at this little train station. And remember how in last part I said that pretty much every pathway somehow led back to the ship? We're actually above the ship area right now. We've been on top of the end of the level the whole time. So we could come over here and grab, you know what, fuck it. Again, like I said, you're going to be seeing me do this all the time, but I'm just, whoop, long jumping. It's the best way to travel around. Okay. And grab all the bolts. Now we have like 3,600 bolts, so we have more than enough. And let's just say that later in the level we might need some bolts for the second pathway. So I'm actually going to do the second pathway again before we go to the, before we get the blaster, because again, we don't really need it. Cutscene.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Okay, so now we have the coordinates for Planet Eudora, but like I said, we have a lot left to do on this planet, and we're not leaving until it's done. So, ooh, let's grab some bolts down here. Do-do-do-do. Grab the bolts, and a gold bolt is near. You may not be able to tell, but a gold bolt is near. And you'd be surprised on the clever way they've hidden this. So let's go find it. Oh no, I seem to have slipped. Not exactly. We're actually heading down into this little underground area down here. You can also access this from the ship side. But there it is, a gold bolt, and tons of bolts. So woo, let's grab it. 2 out of 3. There's one more left, and I know where it is, and we can get it on this run. It's a part of the next section. I have to go through, grab some ammo, sweet, and come on, there we go. This game also has probably the worst comet strike in it, as you can't move while it's being thrown until, like, once it reaches your hand again, that's when you'll be able to start moving again. But in other games, it'll slowly progress to be more and more efficient. Like, soon you'll be able to start moving, and soon you'll be able to start, I think, using guns, and then sometimes you can move around while you're aiming it. It's just crazy. It's just so crazy. So see, look, there's the train that we just hopped on off. And now I can come back through here, and again, I'll be using this all the time. Can't stop, won't stop. Long jumping. And, ooh, is that Captain Quark?
Welcome to the Captain Quark Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck. Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
So we can keep talking to him and get, like, really weird dialogue. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it.
That's right, fitness fans. Just make it to the third island to claim your reward. And don't forget to tune in this week as I, Captain Quark, appear in person to present the grand prize for the Hoverboard Championship held in Blackwater City.
Okay, I've had quite enough of you, Captain Quark, for now. Captain Quark Robot, to be a little more specific. So now is when we're supposed to be taught how to do that wall jumping maneuver that I used in the previous part to get a gold bolt. Fuck, I meant to do the comet strike. Okay, so hold on. Come over here and grab these bolts. Every bolt counts, ladies and gentlemen, so I need them all. I want all of them. And I'm surprised the help desk message hasn't come up yet and taught me how to use those.
You can use this.
Shut up. Okay, so when you get under one of these, the zip line, Ratchet uses his wrench, you just jump under it. Boom. I did it better than you. Help desk. The help desk is very useful for first-time players. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, we essentially have to make it up a few of these towers. Woo. More platforming challenges. They're stepping up their game for this platforming challenge. Now we have platforms that come in and out of walls really slowly. And woo, alternating ones. What's that? What's that down there? See, look, now it's trying to teach me how to wall jump, I think is what it was trying to do there. Or maybe it was just telling me how these move in and out. The point is that I can make this... Yes. Now, if you saw earlier, if you guys were paying attention, you might have seen the gold bolt that we're going after right now. So after I get these bolts right here, we're going to go get it. And then we might have to redo part of the fitness course. Yeah, there we go. So again, we needed the helipad to do this. There's no way we would have made this jump without it. So we can just hover on down to this area. And we can already see some crates. You can catch yourself. You can, let go of the glide and then continue your glide if you so choose. And now we got our third gold bolt. We've gotten all the gold bolts on this planet. Now all we have to do left is get the... get through the second pathway, and we can head on to Iridia is where we're going next. We're not going to go to Eudora quite yet. There's actually not much we can do there until we go to Iridia, which was the planet we unlocked on Novalis last time from that plumber. I'm trying to use the Comet Strike. I'm trying to use the Comet Strike, and it's just not as efficient as I'm liking it to be. So now, by the way, these hover cars, they take us back to our ship, so it looks like we're going to have to redo some of that platforming. But for the gold bolt and all the regular bolts, it was all worth it, in my opinion. Because again, we're going to need those gold bolts for later, kids. We're going to need them. A nice peaceful taxi ride. We got pretty close to the third island over there, but I guess, we can't just take the taxi over there. We got to complete the course. Not a big deal. You can't jump while you're on these until they stop, by the way, so you can't kill yourself on them, but you can use guns in this game, I think, and definitely in every other game that has the taxi car in it, you can use guns. So we gotta redo this part. Kinda lame. I'm gonna guess, this is just a guess here, but in the PS4 remake, reimagining of this game, this will not be making it in. This platforming sequence. We're going to get something at the end of this, which is sort of like a big thing in the series, as it's something that appears in every game, similar to the helipack, which also appears in every game after this, pretty much, except for, Quest for, just a couple. Just a couple of them. Really slowly moving platforms. Woo! But it's implied that what we're going to get at the end of this, we don't find here anymore. Which, is kind of sad. I'd love an updated fitness course. But, it really wasn't that important. It's really not that big a deal if they don't include this in. I'm really excited for the PS4 game. I think we're done now. Yeah, we just make it to the third island. We're good. So, not too tough. Didn't take too long. And cutscene.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. Weak! When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast!
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day! But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark!
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad. Life's not fair.
So anyway, I don't really know if I need to go over the fact that there is a fat robot that works out. Like, does that actually help robot size working out? I don't really know, but I know we're gonna need this swing shot, so I guess I gotta buy it.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Congratulations on your...
I know how to use it. So anyway, it's kind of funny. We can actually see the train over our ship in the distance. So anyway, now we have a gadget, ooh, which are represented by green. So if we check the gadget area under hand items, we now have the swing shot. And we can use it to swing to these Versa targets. So the green ones take you to them when you press the circle button and you're within range. And the yellow ones are a little bit different. They act like ropes. So you swing on over and bam, get the bolts. Which, like I said, all pathways pretty much take you back to the ship area, which is exactly what this one's doing. Bolts. Can't miss these 2 boxes they put over here. Couldn't miss them. So, we have completed this planet, aside from skill points. Of course. We're gonna do those at the end again. I'm gonna see if I can avoid all the skill points. I'm sure I can't. I'm sure I'm gonna do too good on some of these and accidentally do them. So we're gonna take the ship back on. We're gonna go to Iridia now. Outpost X11. So we got a couple of missions here. Locate skating marks. There's 4 gold bolts here, and I'll talk more about those. But now we can check Novalis. We got 2 out of 3, which I told you we would. And Kerwan, which we got 3 out of 3. And we completed all the missions. Woohoo! So, let's go straight to Iridia. Godspeed! And I know what some of you might be thinking. This ship looks really lame. Well, maybe we'll get some new ships along the way throughout this crazy adventure. But now we go to Iridia, which is our first planet that takes place at night. Ooh. And it's sort of like a desertish kind of place with all this machinery around. But anyway, next time we're going to be doing everything we can on Iridia, which is going to be getting 3 gold bolts and going down 3 pathways. We won't be able to get the 4th gold bolt until a little bit later on. We'll be able to come back here and get it. But until then, it's been awesome. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace out.